On today's show, we will meet a senior leading in our community. We also look into how the quick actions of our receptionist help save a life. And finally, we look at how Blue Hawks are sharing the game of baseball with special athletes. These stories and more on this edition of Hilltop News. What's rockin' Rock Nation, and welcome back to Hilltop News for Wednesday, October 9th. Live from Studio 1060, I'm Cambria Hess.
And I'm Tashvi Pasupulati.
We have a great show in store for y'all today, starting with our top of story. Our campus receptionist, Amanda Dreger, is usually the one helping callers, but one particular Thursday, she was the one calling for help.
Samantha Mitchell has our story.
Rock Hill High School, this is Amanda. May I check out my child, please?
A big part of Amanda Dreger's job as receptionist is answering countless incoming calls. But when she received the second call from the same parent in a span of minutes, she sensed that something was wrong.
She called back and I saw her name on the phone. I realized it was the same person. But that time when I answered, her voice sounded completely different. The second time, you could tell she was almost wheezing. That time she said it was an emergency. She needed to get her daughter and she was going to the hospital.
Her instincts kicked in. She alerted the school resource officer and nurse while contacting 911.
Our school dispatcher was telling me that we had a medical emergency in the front parking lot, and I seen Miss Simmons that works in the nurse office start running out at the front door. It was a lady just parked in the front of the school. She looked like she was about to pass out.
With Officer Turner and Miss Dreger notifying 911, EMTs were able to arrive to Ashley Haygood's car in the parking lot while the nurses assisted her. While in the ambulance, she suffered cardiac arrest on the way to the hospital, but she received immediate medical assistance and is now home from the hospital and in good condition.
They went out of their way to help my mom. I just appreciate it a lot, and I was just very thankful.
I would like to thank each and every one of them from the bottom of my heart. I love how supportive they were. And I would just like to thank them from the bottom of my heart. I have so much gratitude and appreciation towards each and every one of them.
Dreger appears calm during the medical emergency, but her composure comes from her background working in hospitals, making it second nature to her.
I am responsible for who I let in the building. The same thing with students leaving.
For Hilltop News, I'm Samantha Mitchell.
For medical emergencies where EMTs are called, Prosper ISD has made a point to notify staff and parents through district communication channels. In a statement from Prosper ISD, they say they do this to maintain a level of transparency and trust with families and the community.
It's homecoming on the Hill. Beyond the dress-up days all this week, the parade is tonight starting at 6 p.m. Following the parade, a community pep rally will be held on the football field. The masquerade-themed homecoming dance is this Saturday, October 12th, starting at 8 p.m. If you haven't already, make sure to get your ticket and your ballroom mask. If you want to bring someone from another school, go to your house office to pick up the form needed. The Innovation Lab still has a few spots available on Thursday if you want to make your own mini mom for homecoming. You can still sign up using the link on our Instagram story to be drafted to the Innovation Lab during SOAR tomorrow, October 10th.
You might see new traffic control signals in Prosper as they're upgrading infrastructure with the new pedestrian hybrid beacons and traffic signal equipment. The Town Council has approved a $350,000 order for 7 beacons and signal equipment packages. To name a couple of locations, the beacons will be installed at First Street and Copper Canyon Drive and First Street and Chaucer Drive intersection. The State Fair of Texas is introducing sensory-friendly mornings to help people with sensory-related concerns every Wednesday morning from 10 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Fairgoers can enjoy the rides and attractions without the regular lights and sounds, allowing them to have a comfortable experience. Hurricane Milton is expected to make landfall on the west coast of Florida overnight. Right now, the Category 5 storm is in the Gulf of Mexico. Cities along the west coast are being evacuated. Meteorologists warn that this hurricane could have a 15-foot storm surges. The East Coast is still recovering from the impact of Hurricane Helene last week.
Switching back to our campus, a student of our community is making her mark through hard work, dedication, proving that true leadership comes from empowering those around you. Ariel Page introduces us to Anna Williams.
Anna Williams is a senior who is not just balancing academics, athletics, and community service, but thriving in every area and is a leader by example.
We'll fill whatever gaps that other people can't meet, and she'll make sure that if other people can't meet them, she will help them get there. A leader is not just about how powerful one person is, but how great they can use their own strength to carry up the greatest amount of people.
Friends and teammates describe Anna as being outspoken and a person you can lean on. This helps her lead in the classroom as well as on the cross-country course.
Just making sure that you're involved with the team. It doesn't matter if you're on our varsity team or our JV team or maybe like a varsity B team 1 week. She wants you to be involved and be positive with her teammates, especially on the girls' side. And that's really helped shape our girls be involved with each other ultimately at the end of the day. And everybody cares about each other's training and everybody's well-being and involvement on the team.
While Anna is able to make a meaningful impact on those around her through her participation at church, Mayor's Youth Council, and food pantry, she also draws attention from the community she serves.
The people around me, having their support and knowing that they're with me throughout the journey, even though they may not be doing the same things as I am, just knowing that they're around me and they're going through high school too. So it's just great to know that I have a community, a network to fall back on for support.
Through her service, Anna not only contributes to the well-being of others, but also cultivates valuable skills and experiences that will benefit her in her personal and professional endeavors. For Hilltop News, I'm Ariel Page.
Anna will be at the Cross Country District Championship this Friday at Myers Park. Moving over to weather, we have Yurem Ramirez in studio to fill you on what weather is coming to the Hill.
Thank you, Cambria. This upcoming week, as you can see, we have pretty sunny days ahead. For today, we have a high of 88 and a low of 61. For Thursday, we have a high of 90 and a low of 63. For Friday and Saturday, they're going to be in the low 90s, and the lowest for Friday is 64 and 66 on Saturday. And finally, on Sunday, we have a high of 93 and a low of 60. Just to be safe, I would keep an eye for the next few days with Hurricane Milton in the Gulf of Mexico. The hurricane is expected to be a Category 4 when it makes landfall on the west coast of Florida later tonight. That's all for weather today. I'm Yurem Ramirez. Back to you, Cambria.
Thank you, Yurem. This past week, we had our sports team in action around the Hill. Maxwell Lee is in studio to catch you up everything Blue Hawk sports. Max?
Thank you, Cambria. We're going to start off with what this week is all about. Football is taking on McKinney Boyd Friday night for our homecoming game. The boys took a tough loss to Prosper last week, losing 49-7. Coach Wilkes says that the defense has to focus on stopping Boyd's run game and that the offense's wide receiver core and versatility of using quarterbacks will play into Friday night's game. The game will start at 7 p.m. at Children's Health Stadium with the homecoming court and crowning before kickoff. Moving over to our cross country, who has their district races this Friday morning. We got Matthew Kasnick to talk to us what this team is looking for on race day.
Today we had 4x800s kind of at a relaxed kind of race pace. We've been doing a lot of race pace stuff to get our bodies kind of primed to run at that pace, and we've just been keeping the spirits high, keeping morale up, getting ready to run everything and give everything we got on Friday.
Volleyball had 2 games this past week. On Friday, the girls took on Princeton, beating them in 3 sets, 25-20, 25-10, and 25-16. Then, last night, our girls traveled to Plano West, taking on the Wolves, losing in 3 sets to 10-25, 22-25, and 15-25. Our girls take on Prosper at home at 5:30 due to our homecoming game on Friday night for football. On Sunday, Keeper of the Game, a clinic for baseball fans with special needs, hosted an event at Rough Rider Stadium where the baseball team volunteered to help these athletes. Krish Baradia has the story.
Giving back to the sport that gave so much to them, baseball tries to get out in the community and volunteer at least once a month during their fall off-season, with Keeper of the Game being one of those opportunities.
The inclusion portion of it is the most powerful part that we have, but you can see behind me there's a lot of kids that have great confidence. They have no fear when they come out on the field, and they're ready for action. So I think what we've been able to do is give them confidence, give them hope, and allow them to accomplish some of their dreams. I know for a lot of our kids, just being able to come out here and run in this field is a dream come true. Keeper of the Game is a nonprofit organization that promotes the growth and leadership of kids and adults with disabilities through unique baseball experiences. This marks nearly the 11th year since Keeper of the Game was founded in 2014.
You know, there's a special place in heaven for these special needs kids, and that they are just like us. You know, we obviously love the game of baseball, or we wouldn't be part of this program, and that's why I love Keeper the Game, because these kids love the game of baseball as well, and we can, you know, be unified in that love
This is the second year baseball has volunteered to support Keeper of the Game. Players run different stations to build skills and connections with the special need athletes. Senior Luke Tanner has also been assisting with these camps for the past 6 years.
Keeper of the Game's mission is to reach out to special needs athletes and get them involved in baseball so they can grow as individuals and as athletes. And I know that means a lot to our players to be able to come out here and help out in the community and help them learn with the sport they love.
Remembering why they love this sport is a home run for the team and the players that they get to meet at Keepers of the Game. For Hilltop News, I'm Chris Bardia.
Keeper of the Game is hosting their next event on November 16th at South Fork Sports Complex. Visit keeperofthegame.org for more information. That's all for our Blue Hawk Sports. I'm Maxwell. Back to the desk.
Well, that's all we have for today's show. For Hilltop News, I'm Cambria Hess.
And I'm Tashvi Pasupulati.
Keep rocking, Blue Hawks.